you the Go Live thing?
Yes.
Okay. I'm playing Pokemon Cafe and looking at my.
I wish there was a way we could like attach our phones up and just play games on.
Right here, watch.
There is a way, we just don't have it.
Melanie, we barely get this setup working every week.
I know. That's what takes us so freaking long every week is to get the. You might want to pull your microphone out for a little bit. It is to get our thing.
I put it in the chat, be like, man, wouldn't it be great if like we came back and our thing was like, in the way we left it. Wouldn't that be? And also the fact that like last week we had the major tea spill because the great spider scare. Yeah. I had to remake the bed because all the sheets were not on it, and I was just like, we're trying our best, guys. I got a sleeping slowpoke. He's very cute. It's kind of like...
He's a cute guy.
Well, because I have this other one back here, and we have our tiny one somewhere. But this one's like, it's very stiff, so it's kind of hard to sleep on. This one's like very nice and squishy. Literally, we went out to King China Buffet yesterday just to have like a girls' trip. And we stopped in GameStop like 15 minutes before they were supposed to close, and we walked in. I'm like, oh cool, it's Stitch Day. I'm gonna get a Stitch plush or something. And then I'm like, oh cool, look, a little Fido. So I got a little Fido. And then I saw this up there. I'm like, okay, well I gotta walk away with that now. So this is why some days I walk into GameStop and it's perfectly safe. And I'll just be like, oh cool. Are you gonna go give me the thing now?
Oh, I should do that. I was actually gonna try to pull it. But go ahead, keep talking about it.
It's okay. Just tell yourself that every time you go through a doorway, so you don't forget why you're going downstairs. Anyway, but yeah. So we had we had. Sometimes we go through GameStop and I'm fine. I'll just be like, okay, or I'll go and see like, maybe there's a game I want. Other times I go and be like, they just restocked all the Pokemon plush, and now I have to. Risk this coming out with everything. I walked out with 2, which I thought was an improvement. So, yeah, we weren't here Tuesday because we were celebrating some friends' birthdays, / watching their kids, / getting food. So, it just meant that we just didn't, make it on Tuesday. Nice. Elliot loves Zaxby's. He always will go to Zaxby's. I could take it or leave it. Although the beautiful thing about North Carolina and the South in general is that you have like 4 different kinds of fried chicken you can have. You go in the North and you have Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that's it. Like any other place that's you go to get fried chicken for, it's just not worth having. It's always so dry. Usually the batter doesn't even taste good. Like the fact that down here we have like Bojangles, Zaxby's, Popeyes, not to mention any like, individual place. That's really quite impressive. Not to mention the fact that, barbecue exists down here, as opposed to up north, it's just a sauce. Down here, it's actually a style of meat. Anyway, so we're going to be playing Paper Mario today. We're going to continue our playthrough. Me and Melanie were talking about, be like, man, we need to get farther in this game so we feel, like, super compelled to stream like we were when we were playing Detroit, because the only other time we've been like that is, like, when we played Balan Wonderworld, which I wouldn't be opposed to revisiting. We have it on the PS5, which means that we played on the PS4 originally when it released. So, they could have done updates by now. They also, the PS5 might run a little bit better. So I wouldn't be against revisiting that game. That game was a lot of fun. It's a very uplifting game, especially when you're like down with the world sucks and just adults things sucks and depression sucks and trying to figure out your health history sucks and everything like that. It was a very uplifting game. Especially because the whole premise of the game is the idea of, isn't even, the whole, you have to be, it's, happy or stuff like that. The whole point, with Balan Wonderworld is finding your, middle ground, is finding your stability. It's not being happy all the time, but it's also not letting yourself be sad all the time. It's finding your middle ground so you can face tomorrow, sort of thing. And I'm like, man, how many people did not give this game a chance? Because, one, they were viewing it for something that it wasn't going to be. I hate when that happens to games. When a game gets totally torn through the mud. Because fans expect it to be one way when it was clearly always going to be another way. But they still had that expectation. So, wow, this isn't what I wanted. And you're like, it was never what you wanted. Because that's not what it was ever marketed about. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which we loved. We played that on our old stream channel. Was one of those games. Shin Megami Tensei Fire Emblem crossover, which honestly was just kind of like Persona plus, J-pop idols sort of thing. Very good game. People speak its praises now, but at the time, people, again, stayed very far away from it or outright attacked it because it wasn't the game they wanted, even if it was never going to be that game. And I feel like Balan Wonderworld was another one of those games. People wanted it to be like the Knight's spiritual successor, but from the get-go, even though the art direction was very similar, it was never going to be that game. It wasn't. And I think a lot of people just didn't give it a chance. Not to mention, it's so hard to be a platformer. Because the thing is, me and mine were talking about this when we talked about the Direct last week. Gosh, was it only last week? But, like, platformers nowadays have to be, like, balls hard. I don't know why. Like, you have to be so precise with your movements. You have to mash the heck out of your fingers. There's no just friendly platformers except for, like, Mario. And Mario's only, like, there because it hasn't changed the formula in, like, 20 years. You know, like, of course it's not hard, because it's pretty much the same it used to be. And even then I get frustrated with Mario, and it's more because Mario I would put up with, its gameplay is good, but the problem is there's nothing else for me to do in it. There's no, like, compelling story, there's no compelling characters. Like, Paper Mario, which we're going to play right now, which shows I don't hate Mario, I just don't care for Mario in this 3D iteration, because I'm not a platformer person. But, like, give me something to go for, give me... the biggest thing that kept me going I played, the two games I played probably longer than any other one was Mario, like, Super Mario Sunshine and Mario Odyssey. And that's because it was the worlds. The worlds, the idea of being able to move between things, and the unique mechanics of, like, the hat mechanic or the flood mechanic, were the things that kept me going. But when it's just straight platforming, I don't like it. Like, the most that we enjoyed Hat in Time, but that was definitely pushing Madeline to the brink on, like, her platforming skills at time, but that was also just an adorable game. We loved playing that game. And again, we really liked the characters. The world building was cool. I tried to play Ori. I wanted to hurt myself after a couple hours, and then we went and played Pokemon instead. Like, I'd be willing to try it again. I hear they put an even easier mode on it, but it's like, beautiful game, would love to experience the story, but I can't play, and like they say that going in this, like, it's a difficult platform. Like, it's horrible that there's kind of like some games that I feel bad that I'll never be able to play or experience, because I don't have the skill level. And sometimes we're watching, like, video games, and my dad's like, why don't you just play that instead? Why are you watching someone else do it? I'm like, because a lot of times it's for games that I would not myself play. Like, I would never play Five Nights at Freddy's, but I enjoy watching people play it. And, like, I would watch someone play Ori because I cannot play it. I tried. I really tried. I tried twice, actually. 2 different streams, and just made myself very angry. But, like, how hard is it to be a platformer nowadays? Like, you have platformers that are, like, which, fall into other things that could also be considered Metroidvanias or whatever, but, they're at the end of the day platformers. I guess there's also a difference between 2D platformers and 3D platformers, but, like, Ori and the Blind Forest, Hollow Knight, even the ukulele games. I went back to play Spyro Reignited, and I played Spyro Year of the Dragonfly, like, a lot when I grew up. I love dragons, so I was really into that game, got really far in that game. But going back to play in the remastered one is fun, but I got burnt out on it pretty quickly because, it's just, like, it's difficult even in the first game, Like, you hit a certain point where I'm like, I just can't quite get the button timing down, or you have to be so precise on things. And, that's why I liked when we played Balan a lot more, because we were able to just explore the world. Thank you. We were able to just explore the world and enjoy the beautiful visuals. And it never was balls hard, which is the issue with all the platforms.
Mom thought it was really funny that you were saying balls hard. She's like, Evie must be so mad. She never curses like that. Balls hard.
But my point is...
That was funny to me.
The thing is that, like, when we were watching, like, the Nintendo Direct, they're, like... I don't even know what it was called. There's this one platformer there's one game that had, like, a journey art style, this cool plug aesthetic, and Mal and I were like, that looks cool, and they were like, and it's like a Hollow Knight platformer. Darn.
Yeah.
Cool, we can think it's cool, but
Rip.
there's no way we can play it, because we're not good at those sort of games.
Yeah.
So it's horrible that, well, a lot of the, like, I know, I'm gonna...
No, you're okay. It's just, when you were downstairs, you accidentally clunged to one time, and I was like, ow, my ears! And I was like, that must be what everyone else hears when we accidentally clung on this guy.
Well, I'm gonna move my slowpoke in a minute anyway. But
I think you can leave it up there. That's how I like to play games.
But, like, just the fact that they have these beautiful looking worlds, art styles, but they're like in platformers. Even a Metroidvania I can play pretty well. I've played one or two of those kind of games. It's just there's something about platformers that I just cannot like. It's the I don't know, it's precision maybe, but like that's why I think we enjoy Bell and Wonderworld so much. I like that fact it's a very casual platformer. Like, if you're someone who doesn't play platformers but you would like to play platformer, it's a great game for that.
The real question I have is, what is your go-to? Mom said my voice is louder than Evie's. That's just because I talk loud.
It's impressive because you were like 4 feet away from the microphone.
Maybe it's on maybe it's the mode it's recording in.
Well, if you have it pointed towards you, then maybe. What mode is it on?
Now it's on you mode, so it should be capturing you. Should be more towards you because it also gets bonked around when I like move stuff.
Well, the thing is, also I'm looking at the measuring thing on here. It was all the way down.
Yeah, so it's like
because when Elliot uses this, he also changes the settings.
Yeah, it's super fun and cute and awesome. My real question is, what is your go-to Zaxby's order? Because I saw Maya said she's going to Zaxby's. I'm like, dang.
She is. So
that sounds good.
I'm going to continue doing this. It's going to be a bit of just fighting. So Mally's probably going to be chatting a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sending out some links to my friends. Come support, you know.
Yeah. So we're in Hooktail's castle. We're gonna go fight a dragon. We're gonna fight lost dead Koopas first. I'm gonna try to remember what I was doing, and we're gonna just go through the castle. Admittedly, while I do like the first area, I think it's a good one. It is kind of boring because again, like any RPG.
We're cozy gamers.
Yes.
Comfy gamers.
Yeah, we couldn't get comfy
She said,
game.
okay, Evie is way louder now. That's actually good because I talk really loud, so...
The microphone was actually pointed towards Madeline. We were looking at the way it was on. It was pointing towards Madeline. That's why it was so much louder. In her direction, at least. So, like in any RPG, you always have the period where you're like, you only have like maybe 1 or 2 party members. You have like no abilities. You have a very small amount of health. It's not necessarily hard, especially if you know the game. This game is actually very forgiving. Especially if you played it before. It's not hard at all, but the issue is that
well, considering it's one of the first games that I did my whole playthrough of, and I'm not a good
it's not bad at all. Just the thing is, it takes a while just to get into things. Oh, we have to be
Koopsies. Is that his dad?
Well, he thinks it is.
Dad, no! Yeah, read it, dog. What does that? It says, Koops, I'm definitely not your dad.
Mm-hmm. He's like, I can do this. Also, again, I'll say it once more. I love the new sprites. The fact they added in new things to it just to make them a little bit more expressive.
Mm-hmm. I'll come sit on the, and end with Rog. That's the kind of hints I give.
That's interesting. They changed it.
What did it used to be? Crickets?
Yeah, it's crickets. Hooktail has essentially like a really bad experience with crickets, with indigestion or something like that. So we're gonna spoil a little bit of the game, but come on, this game has been out so long. You don't really know how the first area goes.
Spoilers run. You would get a cricket badge to make your hammer sound like a cricket.
I was gonna say the funny story about how we didn't realize that the badge changed the sound of your hammer. We just thought it sounded annoying, so we turned it off. Yeah. We went to fight Hooktail, got completely stomped, then stopped playing the game because we're like, how are we supposed to do this? And then I looked it up, and they're like, oh, just put the badge on. I'm like, oh, it's that badge we turned off because we thought the noise was annoying. And we just felt like total idiots because we're looking for this thing. Where's the cricket in here? What the heck is in the cricket? We're like, oh, it's the sound our hammer makes. Just the fact that was our big brain thinking, our artism thinking, was thinking so far above where a kid's thinking should be of just turn on the new thing you got. And we're like, no, it has to be more than that. And also it's bothering us sensory. And then we're like, oh, well, that's why. So yeah, most obvious boss weakness ever, you find a random badge, and it's hidden away. It's pretty obvious you're supposed to use it. And we just turned it off because we thought it was annoying. But they were like, why can't we beat Hooktail? This shouldn't be so hard. And then we're like, oh, well, because we're not fighting it the way that we're supposed to. Interesting, though, that they're changing it from a cricket into a frog. That's, again, the funny thing about the things that are different in this game... Again, I'm going to talk even though I could be going forward. The things
I'm helping my mom log into the stuff.
The things that are different in this game aren't even, like, bad changes. It's just more, like, I can only say is interesting changes. Like, they changed it. It's not a bad thing that they changed it, although it was also something I don't think that needed to be changed. So it's kind of just one of those, like, okay. It's kind of how I felt about a lot of the changes in Persona 5, when you're just like, okay, that's a change. Except for the third semester. That sucked balls. We have opinions on that. The worst part was it wasn't even horrible. It was just like, some of these things are great, but also some of these things are not. So where do we stand on this?
Colorado. Olivia, close the door behind you, please. The sad music stops. That's actually so funny. Dang, that's embarrassing, bro. I'm gonna join the bed once I finish eating, but I don't have, like,
he's like, if that one
ASMR.
isn't my dad, then one of these surely is. And it's like, oh, yeah.
And now red one's his dad.
Yeah, well, we're actually gonna switch the Goombell off the bed, because we're gonna need a tattle on this guy.
This is nice. Did not have to go to the menu to do that. Bonk.
Come on. Okay, I was like, I know I have to activate this somehow. Remember, like, we did this, and we were like, what are we supposed to do? Like, when we played this game as kids, we were such idiots in this castle.
But they, like, push you all the way out.
Yes, and we just let them, and we're like, now what? We're like, oh.
I mean, but the real fact of the matter is the fact that we were like, when we were kids.
Look, yeah. Yeah, we were like 8, children, maybe, at the time. I was 8, so she was 6. Like, I was really impressed that we completed this game at a pretty young age. I know we played this
game a lot when we moved here, a ton. So you would have been...
But we definitely beat it in California.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been like when I'm 10. Mm-hmm. We also were playing Kingdom Hearts at that time, so you know.
Hey, you being able to play Kingdom Hearts 2 as like a 8 or 9 or 10-year-old? That's nuts, dog.
Yeah.
Some good hand-eye coordination. Kingdom Hearts 2 especially, I feel like...
Hyperfixation will really help you with developing skills.
I was just gonna say, like, it's a lot of coordination.
Well, I think about the same way I think about, like, you know... Actually, let me see if these guys have any resistances. But, like, as I was finding out when I was, like, learning how to, like, crochet and stuff like that, is I'm like... It's amazing how much when you can, like, hyperfixate on something that it just comes to you.
Uh-huh.
It just...
I was, like, really locked in. Like, that's what we were doing. I sent a request for scheduling, and then I never filled it out. Because I kept getting, like, super distracted by other things. Like, today I've just been really on that jewelry grind. And
I was doing some art today.
The other day, I don't remember what I was doing. I think I was playing... Oh, I was getting my hair cut yesterday. It was something where I was like, I put out, and then I opened the tab, and then I did something else.
Yeah, this is the reason dull bones are annoying. Not necessarily that they do a lot of damage, but just they do that.
When they come back to life?
I totally missed that one. These ones are hard to...
Weren't we supposed to get the Pro Controller?
Yes, that's right. Do you want to go get that from our room?
Can you go get it? Because I'm on the wrong side. It's really
Not easily.
Also, I want to eat my dinner!
I'll eat your dinner and then we'll deal with it
after
later.
This battle, I can go get it.
Like, let me bring out my school textbook.
No fashion textbook. Boo!
Yeah, it's not the best.
You have like a multi-bonk?
No, but I could use this.
A little damage in there.
Also, when you're playing the game early on, and you're like, I don't want to use items. I'm like, no,
use the items.
let's try and make our life a little easier here.
Well, let's go, gamers.
I don't think she's gonna be strong enough to attack here, so we're gonna bring Koops in.
Well, probably because can't he do the thing where he goes through all of them?
Yes.
Does jumping on them do no damage?
I think they have a defense of 1, so I think, yeah, it will do no damage because we're weak right now.
That makes sense. I got this, stack from Moe's. It's actually pretty good. But
I
don't know how hungry I am.
I remember the other day we were talking about Moe's, and I'm like, I will always associate Danny with Moe's.
Yeah.
Good job, us.
Nice. I just forget that we have no points. We're so weak.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't we get oh, we don't do it till later. It's like we get somebody in this castle, like another teammate, but not till way later.
Yeah, you have to come back here.
I'm trying to remember.
This is one of those, like, you come and revisit it late game sort of things.
Well, I feel like you always do that in the first level of a lot of games.
You actually have to chase her around a little bit. This is just where you end up.
Isn't she, like, the second to last companion?
She should be the last one, actually.
She's the last.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to remember, because, you know, this is our full spoiler run. I was trying to remember who came in what
We're also
order.
playing this after, like, everyone else has already played it, so we're like, if you don't at least have an idea of what's going on, then, you know.
Dog. We're fighting our best. So I think in, like,
well, that's what I'm saying, like...
Goombella, Koops, and then...
we get
Madame
Flurry. We get Madame Flurry, yeah.
Blowy girl, Madame Flurry, and
who
then...
I'm gonna actually try and use this time. I've never used her. I'm just like, I'm not sure that I just don't know how to use her correctly or what, but, like, I've just never used her.
The strongest one, by all accounts, is Vivian. She's simply the strongest partner.
If you can hit everything with fire, why would you not hit everything with fire?
And you can, like, avoid damage instantly. It's like...
Yeah.
Although
Koops would probably be a good one.
Is it...
I would want to use him more. He's the defensive one, and as a kid, when you want to just hit things, you never use the defensive allies, when usually they're, like, one of the best ones.
That's so true. Like, in my first playthrough of Fire Emblem, my first one I ever played through was Fire Emblem Birthright, and that one I was like, I love distance attacking units, and now I still do love distance attacking units, but you find so much value in just a good, like, tanky unit.
That's why I think you're gonna really like how, like, the Brodia characters engage, because that's literally how they roll. You have Ulcris that has all, like, the long distance attackers, then you have Diamond that has all the, like, wall attackers, and that's how they're built to work, is that one stands in the front, the other one shoots you from the back.
So nice.
And
I'm such a big fan, and now, especially after I played through Revelations a long time ago, but after playing through Birthright, and it was the same thing of when I look back at, like, my Auras files from Pokemon Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, like, those same vibes. Looking back at my teams being like, oh my god, the team composition is awful, because I just wanted to have everything with Mega Stones. Versus now, can you ride him?
No. Can't do that, though.
You need to hit the yellow one?
Yeah, but I have
don't you have to make him leave him spinning? How do you do that? Do you have to press and hold?
Yeah, we're gonna get there. Puzzles, yay!
Wahoo, wah, wah, wahoo, wah. I think you can just hit him with it.
Sorry, I meant to...
The guy's like, why did you go back? Because I think you have to go to hit him. Who comes after Madame Flurry in this game? Is it Bomb Guy or is it Vivian?
No, because think about where we go next.
I don't remember.
So...
I remember this one, and then I remember the Punies, and then everything else I remember, but I don't know in what order. Because the Punies, that one is so
It's more like, think about who you have by Dupless. You definitely have, Yoshi by that point, so it means Glitzville has to come before that.
Dupless? Where's that?
The guy who steals your face. He steals you.
Oh, in Twilight Town.
Yeah,
you say Twilight Town.
Well, I was talking about Dupless, though.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy who steals your face.
Oh, is he the little ghost guy?
Yes, he's the little ghost guy.
See, you gotta refer to him by my name. So don't you have to leave him spinning?
Yes, I'm just...
Oh, you're doing it here. But don't you have to hit the red thing first?
No.
Need to be standing on the stairs?
Yeah, you'll see.
Oh, you gotta go up. Got it. Hey, what's that thing over there? How you get over there?
I'm thinking with the Yoshi jump later.
You are so right. You need to go back to this castle quite a lot. When
Yeah,
you're
you have
out.
to backtrack to this place all the time,
This
and
one
it
is
never stops being
underground in the very
annoying.
first area.
That's the other reason I don't have the best of like memories with this place is because I'm like, yeah, backtracking to this place kind of sucks.
That makes sense.
Well, because the enemies never get harder, so you're just doing a bunch of like basic enemies when you're like super powerful, and you're like, stop following me.
Yeah. But while we're doing boring puzzle solving, we're going to talk about interesting things. Have you read or watched or fixated heavily on anything interesting recently?
Nothing new.
No.
I did like probably the biggest new thing was the fact that I went and drew those like little Pokemon FNAF kind of things the other day.
Oh yeah, we've been doing a lot of fusions of Pokemon like drawing and stuff. Cause today I didn't draw today, but I drew yesterday. I was today I did jewelry. Yesterday, not yesterday, the other day I was drawing. I was drawing
differently.
We were just talking about she's playing Pokemon Cafe, and I was talking about how the different like art forms make different Pokemon look super cute. Like she just got Dialga in Pokemon Cafe, and I was drawing a primal version of Dialga the other day because then this is all coming back full Omega Circle. It's Pokemon Oras, which is like Omega.
Sorry.
ASMR. Dang girl, make sure you don't hit the mic too much.
No, these things were all stuck together.
Yeah. She's got gas. I'm eating beans. You know, it's gonna be a nice gassy night.
Well, it's just sometimes when I have Tinker in Japan, sometimes it just does that. If I have it late at night.
I'm eating some most, and also we're in a weird spot because I'm like.
You take one at a time, right?
Yes, I'm in like a medicine switchy time. So I'm trying a new one today that I think is working, but it's hard to tell because I'm still on my other one. That one takes like 2 weeks to get out of my system, so it's kind of hard to give like a full real telling. We were talking about how in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, in that remake, the remakes of Sapphire and Ruby from the Pokemon franchise, how they gave the legendaries like cool new forms, like they gave them the primal forms, and then they gave Megastone a Mega Evolution to Rayquaza, and we were like, that's so cool. And they gave origin forms to Palkia and Dialga from Sinnoh, which is Platinum and Diamond, and they gave them
Pearl and Diamond.
What did I say? Oh, Platinum is the third game, the best game, the one that everyone plays.
Yes, you know.
It's gonna be the best one there is. And I really liked that they gave them origin forms. Whether I like the form of the origin is to be discussed. Because if you haven't seen them, I highly recommend looking them up. You know, origin form.
If you know what the originals look like.
I would say you just look up origin form and it'll give you the originals next to it. Dialga is the one that's the blue one that stands for 4 legs. That's the time motif one. And I think you can bonk that. Do you have to jump?
No, yeah, it's gonna hit the thing. Let's come back to that at some point.
Can you like jump and then hit him?
One thing, we don't have the green key yet.
My favorite thing about this game is how he goes, wah, hop. I'm glad you don't take damage when you fall.
Okay, we can't get through this door.
Isn't there one you have to like go to a certain thing and that activates all the dry bones? I don't think you're there
No, they just come alive when they do. That's the whole point, is that any one of them could come alive at any given moment.
Oh. What was I talking about?
Dialga.
Oh, yeah. And I liked how in the primal forms of Ruby and Sapphire, like Kyogre and Groudon in those forms, they didn't change much, but they enhanced them, which I thought was nice. They added just like cool, flowy lines, and Mega Rayquaza is also awesome. I have my... It's a little jank, but I have my 3D printed Mega Rayquaza that I still have to paint. Hi, yo, look at that.
You are also incidentally right where I have to see for the dodging.
Sorry. Sorry. It's over here in my art station that is just a mess. We talked about that the other day. Like, I feel like this summer has just been us working crazy hours for, I don't know.
Well, we were just thinking
Like,
about
we're
the
not,
other
like,
day, and we're like,
relaxing at
you know
any
what,
point?
when we think about it, we've been going around and seeing people a lot.
Well,
like
we've
for
been,
work or for like
yeah,
friend
we've been
things.
going to work, and then we've been doing like we were traveling, and then we were doing grinding for stuff. I am actually not that hungry.
See, like that one just came to life and ran right into me. So
Yeah.
that's the point. It's supposed to be like, oh, surprising.
I'm realistically
Actually getting
exhausted. But back to Pokemon. That's more fun to talk about. So when you're looking at the primal forms versus like mega forms, like they all look really cool. And then when you look at so that remake was a while ago, like 2010s, because it was on the 3DS. Oh, you healed. Do you heal every turn?
Remember that we got the badge that used, again, making notes of things. You got the badge that should normally heal you one every turn. Now it's like, you have a chance of healing every turn. That's
That's a pain.
Well, like,
we used to, like, we definitely had badges in our original game.
I spoke about this a little bit when we were playing Might and Magic, the Clash of Heroes game, is that, like, if something was busted in the original game, why would you rebalance it? That's the fun of the original game. Like, that's the reason people play a lot of old games, is to go and, like, be like, hey, look, we can mess with these glitches. Hey, look, oh yeah, I figured. We can go and do, this is a time one. Is that we're like, oh, we can mess with his glitches, or do you see how busted we can make this? Yeah, I gotta go in here. Another little box.
Oh yeah, I think I know what skill this is gonna be.
Yeah, it should be the flattening one.
Yeah. Slay! This place is, crazy. When, not this one specifically, but there's another room that you have to do with Vivian.
Oh, you have to come back here later, because you gotta come back over here with that.
With Bomb Boy. It's a very late game. Spikes time! Oh, I was like, isn't there something where it's gonna... There's a speedy time? I love a good maze, especially when I don't pay attention the first time. Uh-oh! Looks like we're gonna die! I think that's a dead end. Can you jump over the spikes, or can you just take crazy damage? Coop said, I'll try for you! Oh! Dang, that's crazy. Oh my god, that's really stressing me out. Isn't Mario fun? Crushed by giant spikes.
Man, I can't tell you how much anxiety that gave us when we were kids.
It is, because you were like, I can't
I think you just screamed the whole time, and I just ran for my life.
Yeah, I'm also a kid.
I think even when she did her playthrough, she's like, you gotta do this for me.
Yeah.
Because I played it first, so she knew that was coming. She's like, okay, you're gonna go do this now. I'm like, alright.
Let's go, baby! Flattening skill. Dummy. Okay. Coops is like, I can actually hear this. There it is. I was like, I like how this guy, like, as the game goes on, he also is more like,
actually, the funny thing is that, each the ones who gives you skills is a different person, so by the time you get to, like, the fifth person, they're like, wait, you've been doing this whole time?
He's like, my whole spiel is ruined!
And then he's like, well, will you let me out anyway? And then he's like, hey, like, thanks. He's like, but can I do my whole be cursed thing? I've kind of been working on this for the last 10 years. And you're like, okay, fine.
Yeah,
but then he's actually, like, legitimately nice and thankful to you. He's like, thank you for letting me do my spiel. I've had nothing else to live for.
It's very sweet.
But it's giving the spiel at some point.
I thought you were going to say skibbity, but you said skeeping or something. I was so sad when you didn't say skibbity. Evie, say skibbity one time, please.
Why do I
I'm begging you, please, one time!
Why do I have to say skibbity?
Please! Do it.
I did.
But you didn't say it. Skibbity Riz!
No, that
Hit
was
me
not.
with one of those, please.
That was not part of the agreement.
Ah. Hello. A real slime ball. He opens the thing. I'm the slime ball! I'll scratch your back with my claws of evil! Gang gang! Stay. Pudding brain dolt. my new nickname. You pudding brain dolt.
You should.
I should call people dolts more often. That's a good one.
It is a good one.
Being dolt.
That was one they loved to use in Fire Emblem, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
You're a dolt?
Well, I used to hear it all the time in Sacred Stones. Like, whenever you had to call someone an
so
idiot,
funny.
they called them that all the time. That's why I use that word a lot as, like, a, you know, like, preteen to teen was that. I'm like, I was playing Fire Emblem, so I was using Fire Emblem insults.
Yeah, that's really funny.
I most remember it most pressingly when, like, Mulder's, like, yelling at Colm for accidentally setting his robes on fire. Because he was playing with fire.
You stupid dolt.
And he was a thief, so he's of course messing around with things that aren't his. Good times.
I'm sleepy now.
Yep.
I've gotten comfy. But wait, there's more. This is me casting spells. That's why I'm not allowed to have magic.
Was more cursedly curse-worthy than any curse that's ever cursed you.
That sounds like
Francisca. Yeah, like that sounds like Francisca's trying to insult us. Yeah, that's a puppy.
Hi, puppy. My food. Do not eat
Okay,
my food,
get
please.
out. You cannot.
Please.
Nah,
No.
leave it. Leave
I
it.
have beans. You're gonna fart so stinky.
Like
Bye, puppy.
This is honestly.
I actually forgot that they didn't
out
give
of
the
all
skill
the-
first.
Yeah, I'm like, because this is the ability you use all the time. The other ones you need like a certain area to use, like the boat ability or the plane ability, but like this ability is literally the cornerstone ability because you use it all the time, and you use this one in an upgrade form of the roll-up one later. Like this is definitely if anyone who's played Paper Mario, you know this ability. They even made like a pixel that essentially did this ability in the next game.
Yeah.
Because you know your paper.
Try to jump when you're in paper mode. I want to see if you just wobble there. Oh, he said you just wobble there.
Because he's, you know, trying to be all intimidating and junk.
Wee hee hee.
We can go back and get, like, I think there's like a star piece or something that we're missing.
Yeah. And now it's a froggy. See, before it was a.
Okay, where's my... Still trying to remember where all the things are.
Badges. We have one BP. You want to add a thing? We have one more. Oh, I missed the cricket
I
one.
missed the cricket one. Okay, I'll say that. I'm like, I don't think they needed to change that.
You can add one more.
I don't have anything that's one.
Yeah, all those were one BP.
No, those are the ones that are activated right now.
Oh. I thought you could. Okay.
1 of 6.
Oh, are the green ones the ones that are active?
Yes.
I was like, you have so many things that are not active right now.
Because you know green means go.
Some of us are really dumb.
Okay, so we're gonna save here, and then I'm gonna backtrack a little bit to get some items.
Because this is also a completionist run. Not really, but also.
No, not really.
Can you imagine?
But I'm gonna. Well, we know where so many things are in here.
Backtrack now so you don't have to backtrack later, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, we're still gonna have to backtrack later.
Backtrack now so you can backtrack less later.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? See, there's that guy. It's
Down here.
If you had to choose one companion to be your favorite, who would you choose?
We're both gonna say Vivian, so we should count someone
Vivian!
else.
Yeah, I know. Like, who besides Vivian would be your favorite? Vivian's my favorite design-wise because she's purple and she.
I think it's definitely what influenced Madeline's drawing long, like lanky, like shadowy things later on in life. I think it was definitely influenced by
that
Vivian.
and probably Kingdom Hearts too. Yo,
Kingdom Hearts. We drew Heartless. Like in fourth grade, we drew Heartless and Nobodies all the time because we were just so into that art style.
Who out here's a Kingdom Hearts fan? Let's freaking go. I only have played one game on my own. I've never actually played like the majority of the games. I played
like
358 over 2.
We're like Kingdom Hearts fans for none of the Kingdom Hearts reasons.
I'm not like a hardcore Kingdom Hearts fan. I do not know the lore. I have watched videos on it and I still don't know it.
I didn't know it well enough from videos.
I'm a big fan up until 358 over 2. After that, I got lost. But Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts
I'm more
2,
a fan of the. I'm more a fan of the aesthetic than anything.
I love Heartless. I think the Heartless design is so cool. I think having a game that utilizes like 5 different franchises is just so unique. Because it's got, well, first of all, having Disney. What? You got Disney licensing back in the day when Disney was cool?
Yeah, and then they started getting more and more like just kind of stingy. So that's why you have Kingdom Hearts 3 that has just way less creative freedom than like the first 2 games do.
Also the difference is like they were able to show their franchise characters, you know, like Mickey and whatever, not being perfect. They can have them be in bad areas. You can have them be in danger or die or whatever. And they let them do those kind of things. You gotta.
And then you have, then you have Kingdom Hearts 3, where they're like, well, we don't want them to see Elsa as a villain, so we'll just literally because the game designers wanted to make the area for Arendelle. The whole idea was that they were supposed to go there, go to the mountain, go into her ice palace, and they were going to fight Elsa, who's being overcome by the power of darkness. And they're like, but we don't want to ruin that. She's a role model of the girls. So instead, they make you climb the mountain 3 times, since there is no castle, and you fight a random wolf. It's not even Hans.
Yeah, we've only played the first 2 games, and I gotta say, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 on the PS2, I'm pretty sure it was at the time.
It's one of those like sort of like data mine things that just like
so fun because they're.
It's clearly they didn't get to do what they wanted to.
The classic very beginning. They had that in that brand new Kingdom Hearts. You know what I'm talking about? That like video they had that was like super high def, and he was in like in real life and stuff, and he was fighting the classic beginning boss monster.
Oh,
the big gangly one with the heart
in the middle. Yeah, the 4 trailer or whatever.
Yeah. That was crazy.
See, I'm honestly,
and I'm so lost. How does that connect to the first?
Well, that's the whole thing.
Game?
Like, I actually, you know what? You know how I feel about that? It's kind of like how I feel about FNAF Security Breach and people trying to connect it to the old lore. I'm like, you know what? I think we just need to start fresh again to remember how we felt about it originally, because that's how I feel with Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, I think what they need to do is like, sure, you can bring back Sora because kind of everyone disses on him anyway, but like. I'm kind of like, we don't need to have it, like, relate back to the original ones. Just be like, okay, he's in a different reality, so new rules, new characters. Not, we have to connect this back to the already extremely complicated lore of this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Security Breach, too.
I'm hoping that in the new Into the Pit, the new FNAF game, I'm hoping that one is... Well, like, in Security Breach as well, I want them to, like, I don't remember if... I think the Burn Trap ending is not canon.
It's non-canon. The Princess Quest ending is canon.
Yeah, so it's like,
because of Ruin.
Yeah, I was like... I want them to leave all that... Is it funny? Yes. Do I want them to leave it behind? Also, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like...
Well, or the people who... The biggest ones that, like, were proponents of this was largely Game Theory. Not from anything wrong with Game Theory. I love Game Theory. I bought a lot of their merch. But, like... It was more the fact of, like, you know, that they wanted to connect everything, which included the books, and a lot of people don't know how to feel about the books. Because largely, I mean, fair enough, people don't want to have to read in order to keep up with a game story. Mm-hmm. That's usually where you lose people, because in part of it's they don't want to read, but also part of it's they don't want to have to buy an extra thing in order to understand something they're already paying money for.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
I like to buy it when I know everything and I enjoy it and I want more.
Exactly.
Not, I need to know the base understanding.
This is like the same principle of why I think that, like, DLC is done well in Sword and Shield but not in Scarlet and Violet, because the first one's like, I like the original, I want more. The other one was, the first one's incomplete, so we're gonna try and fix it with the second one. Ah, dang it.
Missed it.
Yeah.
The other way.
No, I just was too far away. But, like...
Could you get Koops to get it while you're going up? Are you going slow enough that you can bonk them like that?
Maybe I can try.
Get it, go! Oh, so close.
Yeah. Well, I can drop on this side and just drop through.
Yeah, paper pals it.
But, like, and honestly, it's kind of the same way I feel about, like, even some of the Fire Emblem DLC, where, like, Engage's DLC I definitely bought because I wanted more of the experience. And Three Houses DLC isn't bad, but compared to, like, Awakening, Fates, the other DLCs, it's not really adding a lot for the price tag. Like, Fates, like, Three Houses DLC, if that had been $20, I think it would have been more acceptable. The fact that it was $30, though, and all it did was give you, like, 5 new, like, potential students.
Our girl.
Yeah, there she is.
Who's this handsome piece of cheese? Should she be Southern? I wish I could.
I feel like she could. I feel like she could be like a rogue, sort of. Like,
how would you voice her if you had a choice?
I'd say probably like either like rogue or like rouge.
Rouge. I don't know how you do be like. Oh my! I can't believe there are other thieves here besides me. How very strange.
Like Rouge in Sonic Adventure 2, just to clarify.
I know, but I don't think I could do her voice.
No, I'm just saying them, like not her in like the later. I don't care for her voice now. I think they just got to like, I don't know. Rouge was interesting when she was connected to Shadow, but for some reason in recent games they like want to have her have no association. I'm like, why? That was like his best friend.
Knuckles, which
never works.
So here's the thing: in Sonic Adventure 2, they have the same gameplay style, but they never interacted with each other outside of having the same gameplay style.
And, you know, him protecting Master Emerald, her being a jewel thief, but again, she would have done that to anyone. If Amy had the Master Emerald, she would have done the same thing.
So now they're like, oh, Knuckles and Rouge, I love. I'm like,
or an item, and I'm like, no, she likes teasing him. The reason I loved her dynamic with Shadow is because they saw each other as equals and friends. She doesn't see Knuckles as an equal. She likes to tease him. Because she's, you know, he's a bit of a blockhead sometimes. He's not stupid, but he is a bit of a blockhead sometimes, and she likes taking advantage of that, and she likes, again, having a rival. But like the reason I liked her like dynamic with Shadow so much is that she was like the person that's always like, hey, I got your back. She understood him, that he's like, you know, because he didn't open up with a lot of people, and she was just kind of like persistent enough that he was like, okay, I trust you. And she's like, I know that's a very, very rare thing, and I'm going to treasure that thing. So she was like, you know, famously, you know, Six is the one who's like, don't worry, if everyone in the world turns against you, I'll still be by your side. And we're like, oh my gosh. And then, you know, it's, obviously we know Shadow got character assassinated pretty much, and then Rouge is like, doesn't know him anymore, because now she's never mentioned. She appears, like, she's in Sonic Prime, she's in Sonic Forces, she was in the Frontier, I think I don't know if they mentioned her. She wasn't actually in it. But, like, she's considered part of, like, you know, Sonic's group of friends now, when really I'm like, she has no reason to like Sonic and his group of friends, because they're not her style. That's the whole point, is that that's why she was with Team Dark. She's of the darker side of the characters. Not evil, but she's on the darker side. I am going to be, just slight tangent,
okay, I was like,
to here. Yeah, slight tangent. But,
meanwhile, I'm Miss Mouse, the globe-trotting thief. Heard of me, sweetie? Meredith, is this an insulting accent?
No, we've discussed it before, where she's like,
I was like,
she has intense Southern accents in her family.
She's really good at some of the something like, is this intensively bad? I heard there were rare and valuable badges here in this castle. That's why I'm here.
This here castle.
In this here castle. But the real question is, why are people like you roaming in such a rundown place? We're here to be Hooktail and get the Crystal Star. So, don't think we'll let you get the Crystal Star first, no matter how cute you are. Crystal Star, you say? I like that, like grits on toast. I don't know, is that something you eat? Cheesy grits, maybe? Do you eat grits on things? I don't really like them.
I don't like grits, but I think you can eat them on toast, yeah. Usually they serve them with toast.
Overly watery oatmeal. Like grits on toast. I didn't know a thing like that was hidden in this castle. Sounds intriguing. Perhaps I just heard something you didn't want me hearing. Oh, look at her, she's so cute.
Her little smirk
She's
thing.
So cute. Darn. Oh, but that's okay. I mean, you were looking for this Crystal Star first. And I already found the badge I was after, so I'll let you get your Crystal Star. What badge was she after?
That one in that box. She gives it to you when she joins you.
It's like, what is it for? Hey, what is that supposed to mean? Mwah! Cutie. It means I must say bye-bye for now, Mr. Cutie. I know, it's sad. We just met and it's already time to say farewell. Alas. Oh my, you're so... oh my, you're so bold. Is that legal? Literally, is that allowed? Oh, I almost forgot. I have a little secret to share with you. Somewhere in this castle is a badge that'll help you best Hooktail. Or so I've heard. I don't know what kind of badge it is. Maybe you found it already. Maybe not. is none of my business. I gotta go get some grits on toast. If you're going to fight Hooktail, I recommend finding that badge first.
And again, our stupid kid brains did not.
Also, why? Oh, sorry. Cause that food one took way too long, but I did see a Tesla wrapped in anime characters. That's like the JoJo Siwa car. You know what I'm talking about? The one that's like wrapped in her face. And you're like, why would you do that? That's really
anime characters makes more sense though.
Also, why is that rat wearing red heels?
Because she's a girl boss.
Because she's serving. It's Pride Month. She's a drag queen.
I mean, she could be.
Look at her. She's slaying.
There's technically nothing to say that she couldn't be.
Exactly. In my opinion, happy Pride, she's a drag queen.
Sure, why not?
Slay queen.
But anyway,
It's because she's awesome.
I just love the fact that they explicitly say there's a badge that you need in order to defeat Hooktail, and our stupid, kid brains did not connect that with the badge you find. The only badge you find.
A strongening badge that will make us stronger.
So we literally thought it was a badge that somehow like gave you like a power up or stopped you or something. We did not for 1 second think that the only badge you get in the castle that makes sound effects is what it is. How we were that much of it.
Stupid.
This is why we don't have good memories of this place, because like of that spike puzzle, of us not knowing what the badge was. We just got like stuck on so many stupid things.
Yeah, I'm dumb. Anyways. Well, take care, handsome mustache man. Let's get together real soon.
Yeah, we're gonna pretend she's a drag queen now going forward.
I know, that's like my new headcanon is we got a drag queen. So when she's out of drag, we have no idea who she is. I wonder what her story is. I bet it's an interesting one, full of romance. He's southern now too. Oh, I can't do more than one voice.
It's like, you're right, how ignorant of me. Slay.
Slay.
Exactly.
It's okay.
Like,
you're forgiven
she's
because
wearing,
you had
she's
to
wearing
my really bad southern accent.
I thought that was really good. She's I like the fact though she's like, why is she wearing red high heels? Cause she can't. She's got the legs for it.
Yeah, because she's a little mouse and she's cute.
You need all the height that you can get.
And she did a little backflip. What are we? Why is he doing that right now? That's Coops' new accent.
I feel like you just want to add that to anyone you can because you like doing that.
What are we? Goombella's isn't that. Hers is actually, he's got 2 HP. Just kidding, I think you do Goombella.
I just speak like myself.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just find a character you want to sound like me and I'll speak.
When I get to Vivian, I'll just talk to her like normal so that I don't disparage her character. Wait till Madame Flurry's out. My name's Madame Flurry.
Actually, on that thought, maybe I'll just do Vivian's voice.
Well, Madame Flurry is one that I'm like 100% sure is like a full-on drag queen for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like 100% normally works in like a law insurance office. And then at night,
she refuses to meet with you until you find her necklace.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she's a queen.
Like, she's by far, and there's also nothing.
So because it's a still Pride. Is it still Pride Month? I don't know what day it is. Because it's still Pride Month, everyone is drag queen.
You didn't know what day it was.
I don't know what day it is. I never know what day it is. And my watch is in nighttime mode, so there's never the date on the front. Everyone's Pride version.
Well, honestly, the majority of the characters in this game could
Happy
be.
Pride. Hi, gay. Happy Pride. How's that do? Use. Gosh.
We've never used those.
Bonk. He's got cowblock. That's an interesting noise I've never heard before.
Yeah. It's a frog thing.
Oh! I thought that's the noise the Koopa made. I was like... Oh.
See, it's so distracting.
I missed the cricket
I missed the cricket, I'll be honest. That's like one thing. I'm like, why'd you take out the cricket sound?
Yeah.
Not to mention, like...
L.
Yeah.
Boink. I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Can you guard against that?
Not really.
Coops, no! Now you gotta do your really embarrassing jumpy jump.
I do like that it makes sense. He's a Koopa, so he should be able to be knocked on his shell. like that makes sense because we can do it to these
They
people.
roll side, like some just roll like side to side.
Well, that's how they do eventually
Really
get up, but,
aggressively,
you know,
yeah.
they do.
Get up! Every day's Pride Month in my house. Let's freaking go! Happy Pride. Go back!
What's that have to do with anything?
Ooh, it's like the only hand sign my hands naturally know what to do with. Every day's Pride Month in my heart. Honestly, once we get out of Pride Month, then I just get sad. So everything's not as colorful and fun.
You know, for Pride Month, we really should have been playing Ace Attorney.
We should have. I know.
We promise we are going to play it though, because like we said, with investigations coming out.
Okay, first of all, that's like my
We
favorite
definitely
game
are
of
gonna-
all time. Since it's the most like homoerotic subtext in the world.
but
To the fact that the creators made it canon. But then it's never like overtly in your face. Like it's not like ever like a BL.
it's also
manga,
one of
which
those
I'm a
things like you don't
big
even need to
fan.
read between the lines. You just need to read the lines. Like it's not even to
I'm
read between the
such-
lines
it's
sort of
such
things.
a realistic relationship, and at no point are they ever like lovey-dovey. But it's still like something where you would be like, yes, I understand how this. Like, even if this was girl and boy, like, they always have them, this would
Yeah.
make sense as a relationship.
You're like,
you know?
if this was a man and a woman, you would
It
immediately
wasn't
say
like
this
normal,
was a love
yeah, it
story.
wasn't like normal stuff where they're like, I'm reading between the lines. In fact, I've spread the lines so far that double space would be like
yeah.
an
The
like a
reason we
little
love
baby
that game is just because the fact it's like it's not even to read between the lines or read the subtext or things. It's like who speaks to their
I can
platonic
my
friend like
whole
that?
body can fit inside the lines, actually.
Who speaks to their platonic friend like that? Come on. The only people I think who like don't see it are people who like want to like ship like Maya and Phoenix or something.
Which is funny because I see a lot of people be like, it can also, hey, one-sided stuff happens, dog.
Oh, I definitely think
And
it's
also
one
she's a
side.
child.
I just don't think
my
it's,
number
like-
one rule is I don't do anything with anyone that looks even distinctly under.
But like he
100%
literally
age,
like
not
says
women.
at
Age
some
gap,
point
gross.
he says at some point that he sees her like a sister. Like
Yeah. Also, Maya, for reference, so Phoenix is the main character. Maya is like his little like he works with her older sister, who's like probably 28 or
yeah, we won't say
29.
anything about her because
And then
we are gonna play the game.
Maya is her little sister, and she's like 17 at the oldest. 16,
In the first
17.
game, yeah.
Like she's a child, very much so. So yeah, she is very much a kid, and Phoenix is very much like 24. Like canonically, they tell you his age.
Because that's the cool thing about the legal records. You can tell how much time is between each game is because they always give you the
They have a very
ages.
distinct timeline, which is really nice.
I've never been interested in Ace Attorney until you. Oh, it's very gay.
It's hella gay. That's why I'm like.
Like probably
I
the
love
least
it
gay
because
game
it's
is the
so-
first one.
But it's like the most realistic gay game out there. You have one
And
really
it's not-
flamboyant one and one super himbo.
We're just talking about the main characters. Like every game has like everything from like
And the
straight
girls
up
are
like drag
gay.
queens to like you're having like very androgynous characters
and they've
to
got like bi characters.
like they're hitting
and
every
pan
range of the spectrum. You just have to look for it.
Yeah, Phoenix is like canonically bi, which is great because he has a woman relationship and then a very strong man relationship. And then like a lot of people in there, like Maya's sister is also bi, and
Oh yeah,
Maya's
she is
everyone's
like I
bi.
love the fact that she's confirmed to like essentially have had like a
She's
crush
got a
on two
conf-
different characters.
Yeah, she's got a confirmed
That were a girl
relationship
and
with
a boy.
one, and then a confirmed, like situationship with the other. We don't know if they ever got to a relationship because of just where their jobs
It was
were at the time.
Well, it's
the girl, I don't
yeah,
know.
that was them in college. So you're like,
Yeah.
everyone does something a little wild in college sort of vibes with
Yeah,
with
like
that.
one of them was like a relationship that they like.
They were like, it was one of those things like, okay, this is more than just you guys met each other once. This is like we dated for like a little while moment.
Yeah, and it's like, and after the one with the boy got a little bit messed up.
'Cause
I
that
think she
happened
probably went-
afterwards.
Yeah, it's like I think she went back with the girl for a little bit, kind of vibes. It's like nothing is ever explicitly stated, but it's very explicitly hinted at, very heavily, which I appreciate.
And also, it's
And the creators are in full support of
that's the
stuff.
biggest thing, honestly, that probably goes in like the likelihood of it being like a canon thing, is because I'm pretty sure there's something back here.
And
we need to
normally
get. Yep.
we talk about gay stuff all the time, but it's Pride Month, so I can talk about it even more. Let's freaking
But
go.
the biggest, I'm glad they put that there. That used to not be there, so you had to backtrack the whole way around.
Which is such.
I do appreciate that. That's nice. Thank you. But like, it's also one of those things where like, not only is it one of those things that like you can read between the line, but also the creators are like, oh yeah, we're doing this.
So the
We're not
lines-
going to say it out
yeah,
loud
like, the
because,
lines
but
here
like,
are
oh yeah.
blocked, but when we are outside of this area, the lines are very clear.
Well, like, it's literally became like a story where they're like, oh yeah, they actually saw that it was a huge ship in the first game, and then they're like, how much more gay can we pump into this series?
And it's like
Because it wasn't just the main characters, it was like all the clients.
It's so well written in the way that it's not the focus of the game, but it's also
not.
something that
It's just people living their lives.
But it's like also something that you can't remove from the games because
Oh, yeah.
it's so integral to the plot.
We will definitely play Ace Attorney trilogy at the
love
very
those
least on
games.
stream because it's such a well-written game, but
And one
also
of them
it's
is
so
supposed
wacky, but you never lose the
One of them
drama.
is supposed to get glasses and become extra hot. Let's go!
I know, so...
Because there's one character that's like very openly not interested in people, arguably Ace, if you will. Ace in an Ace Attorney game? Who could have guessed? Yeah, so
Who are we
someone
talking
who's
about at this point?
Edgeworth, who might be like Arrow Ace, except for one character.
I'd say he's demisexual. if
Yeah, I was
anything.
like, so it's like something where he can be argued along the spectrum of like less represented characters.
Although I could also definitely see someone who like experimented a lot in college and had no clue how to do because he has no clue how to do
I say he has
relationships.
no experience whatsoever. I
No,
like
I'm not saying that
he has no experience.
I'm not saying that like he
That makes
still
me
would have no experience, but I was saying someone who would like try dating.
No,
various.
never dated anyone.
Nah,
I love the idea he never dated anyone.
I definitely think he's.
I'm putting
because-
myself in this character, Evie. Let me have this. It's all I have.
he just strikes me as someone like they clearly like we know Phoenix did. He was trying to fill a void in his life, and that's how he got with the girl.
That's not the best way to say it. He's trying to fill a void. Well.
Well, we both know that's what she was.
So either way, we won't spoil too much because it is a great game.
And that's also in the third game.
You know
No one's
what
gonna
else
remember
is
we said.
casually queer? Baldur's Gate. You know what? It's so funny because now every time I hear that one character from Detroit, I was like, that's a story, and then now I'm like, I'm so proud I figured that out.
I'm not getting the guard on any of those guys.
It's
Sorry,
'cause you're
Coops.
talking too much.
No, I just missed it barely on the one.
Yeah. 'Cause you're
But
yapping.
we will play the game when I buy it. The problem is it's not gone below $60.
I'll pay
And
for
so
it.
like the most especially because they got a lot of games coming out in like this year, so I'm
Well,
like trying
I
to
have to
budget.
get that one 100. What was it? 100 line defense. 100.
Yeah, 100 line.
100 line defense. Yo, that game looks so cool. It's by the Danganronpa people. I'm so hyped for that one. I think that art style super duper shines in.
10 HP is
3D.
so little. Oh
I
my
know, right?
gosh.
He's like 2 times and you're dead, and you're guarding too. So like you're guarding, but you're still taking crazy damage. Coops,
Get off your
get
shell.
off your freaking butt, dog.
The one
Gentlemen,
guy.
start
One guy hit him.
your engines. Yeah, I love because that's the same thing with Rain Code. Like I originally watched Danganronpa. I watched the Game Grumps play the first game, and I originally watched that because I was like, I thought my watch was telling me it's dead. I was gonna get text messages, but I was
We would appreciate the sharing, but also it's one of the things we do want to own the game. It's just
yeah, eventually soon.
it's just also something that it's a game I know is not going to become scarce. It's not going away anytime soon.
And that's the kind of game that I think I'll be in for like a long time.
Well,
I think I'll spend like I mean,
like,
on
for
Fire
instance,
Emblem 3 Houses, I spent 150 hours, and that's a game that again you could get done in probably
because
60.
you also kind of consider how we
easy.
buy, like I buy games. Usually I buy things also with special editions. So like I'm usually when I'm spending money on games, it's for things I know are not going to last.
Yeah.
So like for instance, Ace Attorney's Investigations is supposed to get a special edition. Jerk. They were going to like, you know, so I want to get that because I know that's not going to last for a while. And even then, when we didn't pre-order the Apollo Justice one, I had to wait like a month to find it in GameStop. So I'm going to have to like pre-order that so I can get it on like, it's coming out 2 days for my birthday. I want to be able to be playing it. So
Yeah.
like, it's stuff like that that I'm like, it's not that I have any lack of wanting to play it. It's more like I know Baldur's Gate 3 isn't going anywhere. It was momentously popular. I would like for it to go down a little bit in price, but I know it's not going anywhere. I'll be able to get it. It's
Yeah.
I have a lot of other games that I want to
What
get
the
that
heck?
might.
That's so mean.
That's just rude. You know
Why do they?
that
hate
I
us so
want
much?
to that I want to get. Also because I like a lot of niche RPGs and stuff like that. So
Yeah, well, I like to get like a lot of
not 99 points really.
I know,
99
that's
points.
So funny. I don't get a ton of games. Like I really don't buy games that often.
Missed.
Valid. Share the game with me for free. I would like to. It's definitely a game where I know I will spend a lot of time in it because Evie doesn't play. Evie plays games and like does them and then like is done. Versus I like have a bad habit of really lingering unnecessarily in games.
The difference is that like you do that only in the game. I more do is like I do it so I can immediately get into the fandom and then hyper get into the fandom.
Rip.
So that's kind of the difference is that like I'll go be into it like how fast can I start reading fan fiction? I gotta go start looking up tributes. I need to look at some YouTube videos. I need to start reading the wiki.
Yeah, and I'm the opposite. I never look at that stuff. I'm like, oh, nope, too much stimulation for me. But now I'm on, you know,
I'm gonna heal myself. Should I heal
regulators,
myself even though I just need literally one more point?
I know. Just use one mushroom because then it'll clear up your inventory space, which would be good.
I'm like I literally have like one more like point in order to like level up and fully heal myself.
Yeah.
Gosh, having 10 HP sucks.
It's hard. It's easier when you have like 60 or 80.
Because I'm like, I'm playing the game fine right now. It's just I don't have... That's the problem with early... It's not a problem. But it is the slow part of every RPG is in the very beginning when
Early
you're not
game
very
grind.
powerful. And
Yeah,
so it
it's
just
Fire
takes a
Emblem's the
while.
same way, yeah. Takes forever
Yeah.
to do.
Back in Fire Emblem when you're like,
You can heal,
man,
like,
2 and
4
4
HP at a time."
damage in a single attack.
Yeah.
Good thing the enemies only have 6 HP.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
And
like,
later
a
on you're
lot of times
taking
in
like
games-
40 damage hits, you know.
Yeah, when people are like, well, like for stuff like Danganronpa, the first game, they're like, yeah, 30-hour game max. And I played, I think you played it, but I think I did like 60 hours, or like, you know, Awakening is a 30 to 45-hour game, and I took like 60 to 80 hours in that game. It's like that kind of stuff of like, you determine where you play. There's a baseline. Like Persona is like, people's, you know, it's a 60-hour game, but we play 100 hours, and it kind of vibes. It's like the grind. It depends.
So question,
on-
do we upgrade our HP or do we upgrade our badge points?
Can you get HP bonus by upgrading badge points?
I don't know. I'm not gonna do that because
Flower
we're not really using flower. We don't have a lot of moves right now.
I guess do HP then. I think that'd be fine.
I'm also not using my star moves at all just because I keep forgetting to use them.
Well, it's just the healing one.
Yeah, but it's just like I keep forgetting to use them.
Yeah.
Whee. The sky is getting progressively darker.
Well, I like this, the 3D.
I mean,
Version
definitely,
of the
I think it's a as far as like just like remastering, it's done a really good job. It's little touches, but it definitely makes a difference. Definitely makes the game feel different.
Yeah.
It feels far more refined. We've said it before, the little things that they add to the sprites, like, you know, definitely mostly positives. There's just like one or two like weird areas that I'm just like, okay, that's, you know, that's a change. That was a choice. You can really go in front. Get rid of this guy. He does the most damage. Also, when you think about how, like, you know, we just got a bunch of dead guys in the crowd.
Yeah, the dry bones.
Like, hey, that used to be my bro.
Rip in a hat. Once we kill them, they go into the audience.
Yeah,
Pull them out. That'd be actually really funny.
and horrible at the same time. Oh, that one gave me a lot of coins.
Hello, coins. We can go buy nothing. We can go buy bad.
Well, actually, apparently we're fighting the dragon.
Already?
Yeah. forgot how short this dungeon is.
This dungeon. Say more so this castle. Do we need to heal?
Not really. So we just healed up.
We'll switch to Gumbella.
Sorry. Sure, no, just looking at my. Yeah, we're only like on low 1 HP, so yeah, let's go fight. Anyway, so when we're done with Paper Mario, we probably will be doing Ace Attorney next because we want to try and get through the trilogy in time for investigations. Okay. This is part of the game that I always thought was really cool. But does not have a hooktail.
Does she normally have a hooktail?
Yeah, that's the whole point. She's called Hooktail, and she has a literal
Look up her
hooktail.
original design. I don't remember her having. What? Are you gonna do her voice? Or?
No, I just wanted to.
Her original one, she didn't have a hooktail. That's
Yeah,
I
no.
don't think she had. No, she had these little curly things.
No, she definitely had a hooktail in the original.
Nuh-uh.
Oh yeah. Okay, make sure you're looking at that from the original. That might be
the 1,000-year door. Oh,
Yeah.
original.
like look for the original game. You're probably looking at it from the other one.
Hooktails. That is Hooktail's original artwork. That's what it says.
No, like literally, there's like a little thing you see the cutscene. She's like flying to the castle, and it's. I'll look it up after we're done, or when I'm in the boss fight. Because she definitely has an actual hooktail in like the original game.
I don't think so.
I will look it up right now.
Hooktail feet. Isn't the internet a fun place to be?
Oh yeah.
Hooktail. I don't see anything. As far as I can see, all of them have the curls. I don't remember her having a hooked tail. I remember her having the curls tail.
Her brother does.
Maybe you're just thinking of her brother. So I don't see. All I see is her with the.
It's like a picture where she's like flying.
Nah, all of them have the curls. Are you gonna voice her?
It's like when you first enter Petal Bird. You see like the flying on top.
I don't know. This beginning, the first two, like big levels, I don't have a ton of super distinct details on because it's all like they're so long. You have to go through them so many times, and they're all a big blur.
Also, I'm looking for one that wasn't just 9 months ago, like something that was done like years ago.
Well, let's do the boss battle now. We can look up that later. I want to battle. I like this music though. It's pretty intense. That was foolish. I fear. Do you know that TikTok sound like it's common sense? I fear. You don't, because anyone else now.
Yeah.
Oh, she should talk like Gordon Ramsay. To gnawing on the bottoms of your feet. I'll saute you to crispy goodness and gobble you down head first. I wish I could do like a good Gordon Ramsay. She's British, obviously. Every EO person has to be British. Cool. Obviously. Oh, does our thing get to be bigger? Our like stage?
No.
Oh. Snack time, little appetizers, but which of you morsels should I taste first? Can't feel this fight, obs. Hey, why do you have 1 HP down? That's crazy.
Because I
Bonker,
got hit by something.
That's Hooktail. Max HP is 1. She hates rogs. If you didn't fight it, do you just die?
Yeah, because then she never gets weakened, and so you remember we literally got stomped the first time
Girl,
we
I
did
was like
this.
10. I do not remember. Give her a good old whack on the toes. Oh, there she goes. Look, she's like turning green. Look, she's like all green.
Yeah.
Let's go, gamers. All you gotta do is just bonk her 20 more times. How long does it take till we get the 4 bonk?
Oh, wow.
Let's go, bingo!
Good thing that I didn't need it, but, you know.
I love getting bingo when you have like the really big stage. When do we get the really? How do we upgrade stages? Just
As
by
we get
new
just
levels.
better.
Oh, I love it when you have like the really big audience. You can have like 150 people, and then when it's full house and everybody rushes in, that makes me really excited to see. Would she like barf up Coops' dad? Did she eat him?
Yeah.
Ha! That's cool. Is he inside of her?
Yeah.
He's alive? He should have
Yes.
been rocking inside her tummy.
They are turtles. They have shells.
That's fair. How long has he been, missing?
I don't know. They said like months or something.
Oh, that's not bad. Often long enough he has a shrine in his house. Wax King Bella. She dies instantly. Danger. Danger. What does appeal do? That just gives us star power.
Star
right?
power, which I don't really find I need to do right now.
No, I was just wondering. You can use all the flower power. We got hella flower power. You can use that dog.
Yeah, but I also know she's gonna heal in a minute or two, so.
Oh yeah, she eats the whole audience. Oh, sorry, spoilers. Sorry to spoil everything. I like the way that it just looks papery. You know, I like that. The way that it looks origami-esque. It's a fun. I like when games have a fun, you know, different art style like that. This is like the only version of Mario I actually like. He's very, I don't know. The lack of neck and legs makes me like him so much more.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Take the neck and legs out of any creature and I will instantly like them more. That's just facts. Phase 2, baby. I will actually not forgive you. I would love 10,000 coins. Keep your coins, fiend. That's so funny coming from Mario. No, I'm actually mega rich. Actually, I have no badge points. A rare badge? Sure. Me gives into... Isn't it funny when Olivia comes in here and she's all like, shoot him, kill him, and we come in here, I'm like, yeah, I'll be sold out. I'll keep you alive for any amount of money. Yeah, you can pay me to spare you. Maybe this is where there's like, I looked up hooktail on Google, and I don't know why, but it's like off-foot fetish stuff, and I think I figured out why. People who like feet, dog. Yo, what the heck? What the heck? This is so why. This is so why there's like a foot fetish.
It's entirely.
Because the first like suggested search was hooktail feet, and I was like, yo, this is a Paper Mario character. What do you mean hooktail feet? That makes sense why. Smell my feetsies. Let's go. Rip. Oh my god, the dead toads! That's really funny. Man, that's just not cool.
And again, it's just so strange to me again that they're like explicitly referring to Hooktail as a girl when that was like a whole twist in the first one.
That she was
Like,
a girl.
That you're like, oh, we beat up a girl. I feel bad now.
Yeah.
Here you're just kind of like, okay, we're beating up a girl.
Or beating
whatever.
Up a girl. Maybe they're like, women
Well,
can be beat up too.
It's the
Oh
weird
my
places
God.
where they put like, let's hit this gal when it's originally like, you know, this monster and stuff like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's kind of. It's weird to change the language up because the first point was the fact that we were facing a dragon, not the fact that we were facing a girl. It's like we were facing a
A
dragon,
monster. Now we're like, but now she's just a girl.
still a dragon.
It's Pride Month. She's actually a drag queen. She'd be a drag king though, technically. 'Cause she's a girl.
Yeah.
Checking. Why is there a clock there? That's so weird. Was there always a clock there?
Yeah, because we're in the studio now, so, you
But I
know.
feel like there wasn't always a clock there. It says it's 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Hey, that's like lore accurate hour-age. But not time-age. That was me with hot dogs when I was younger. That's the real talk. One time when we were living in California, I got
But
so
like when
sick
you
off
do
of hot
that,
dogs,
it
and I didn't eat hot
weakens
dogs.
her attacks. So
Yeah.
otherwise, you're facing a full strength, which you can beat. But at the time, we're like, why do we keep losing? I'm like, well,
What's going on?
pretty obvious answer actually.
Isn't it crazy? We play so many. Like, let's be real. When we were younger, I think games were just harder. Like, I think there was more unforgiving the games we played at least. So I feel like some games obviously weren't, but some games were. And now, like, some games are intentionally made hard, but I think at the time, like, the power level was just too high. Is she dead? See, there's her tail. We leveled up. Oh, clear bonus? What does that mean? What is clear? That's just for beating the boss?
I guess.
That's something new. That didn't happen in the last game either. I don't know what clear bonus means. She's dead! Aw, womp womp. We killed her. It's in her tummy. Is she really dead, or do we just beat her up? That's crazy. He didn't get digested after like years. It can't be, father. What'd you say? Dad?
He does have impressive eyebrows.
He reminds me of somebody. I just don't know who. Well, if it ain't so cool, say so.
You're doing your P&E voice?
You got so big since I saw you last. I don't remember that voice.
It's close to that.
Yeah, well, I guess I have, but who cares, Dad? I mean, golly, what happened to you? Where have you been all this time? Well, I was in her gut, son. I got swallowed. Well, I came here a while back with the deal with Hooktail, it was all well and good. But just before my finishing blow, she used the smell from her feet to stun me, then gobbled me down a hole. Now I have a weird thing for fate.
I'm like, so you agree?
I've been hiding
So
for years because she smoked me with her feet because
So
it turns out that's how you were born.
You-
Coops, your mom had great feet and I just couldn't get away.
So you passed up the bribery of 10,000 coins of a super rare badge, but oh,
He was stopped by the
the
feet.
potential to smell her feet
That's
was what
so
got
crazy.
you.
When we were kids, that did not faze me at all. I did
We
not.
did not
pick up on
understand why
at
that was
all.
weird.
Yeah, we were like, okay, weird. I've been had it 10 years. 10 years. He got whomped by feet 10 years ago. Coops, he would have been like 5. He's been raising himself on his own. How old is Coop like this? Nasty yuck. Finally,
I mean, they're
caught you up.
turtles, so they probably have long lifespans. I mean, no one knows the lifespan of a
And now
Koopa
you
trooper
can never
because we
return
keep
to our
killing them.
village because I'm going to tell them all about your foot fetish and you can never return. You'll be shamed. This is so part of like Avengers, you know, when they have like the 5-year gap. Dog, a 10-year gap, you're not just gonna get back to life as normal.
Yeah.
You gotta work through like hella trauma, dog. Think. Oh, you were looking for this? I found it in her tummy. I was gonna keep it as a souvenir.
I think
next
you
to
just
that picture
found
of her
random
feet.
stuff in there. You're like, I'm gonna take this with me,
Digging around.
assuming
in her
I
gut.
live.
Yeah. I was actually gnawing on it this whole time. I was trying to eat it as a form of sustenance. But you can have it. You're my son. Me? Come on now, I won't take no for an answer. You're Coop's friend, right? Please take it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum. That's the sound from Luigi's Mansion though. Different game. Yeah!
Earth Tremor's also
Earth
a pretty good
Tremor's
move.
a good move.
Yeah.
Yahoo!
I liked it better when they had the like dun 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 chapter cleared thing though. Remember when they had that?
Are they gonna? Maybe they'll do that from. Maybe they'll do that after this. Maybe we're not at chapter cleared yet. Maybe we're just at like boss cleared. Peachy time. I really thought we didn't get to her until later.
No, we check in with her at the end of every chapter.
Beeborp. Your stinkiness. I love the little squeaky shoes. Oh, great. Exalted Grotus. We brought the Princess Peach you ordered, sir.
Wouldn't it be funny? He brought in like a peach like pie or something. And be like, "Is this the peach you're looking for?"
Is this the peach for you, sir? He's like, you idiots. Uber simp. It's me, Megadome. Her. I'm telling you, I don't know. There's no point in trying to hide it, silly girl. We know you hide it. We know this. What voice would he have?
I like the one you're doing.
Silly. Trust me, it's very much in your interest to be absolutely honest with us. We X-Knots are not rainbows and lollipops. I assure you, we're quite nasty.
Well, if you have
We
to
also have a Discord. You should join it.
like if you have to say that out loud, then you probably aren't.
We're so nasty.
We're nasty.
We're nasty little boys. She's like, I know, I can smell you. You haven't showered in 3 months. Your Lord Goobiness. Kuroda, sir, I have news. Report at once. You know that crystal star we thought maybe Hooktail had? Well, someone nabbed it. What? What did you say? Someone else is after the crystal stars? And they defeated that Hooktail creature, you say? Speak, soldier! Your Excellence, your stinkiness. Sorry, sir, there's more to do. You'll see, according to the report, it was a mustache dude in a red hat and blue overalls who pulled the job. He also unclogged my toilet right
This is also another thing that kind of like the remaster made look better is like you see these little digital areas like they still look papery but they're like digital looking.
Mario. Excuse me, Mario? Way to go, Peach. Gasp. Yak. I see. So you know this Mario, do you?
Now you're Hotel Transylvania.
And this movement is not at all. He's rushing out. I know all about him before long. I promised it. I promise. I am now Constantine from Muppets Most Wanted.
You're still a villain.
I'm bored of talking. Take Princess Peach back to the holding room. Take her to Gulag. Yes, sir. Take Princess Peach to Gulag and take care of Princess Peach. Understand? She is not to be harmed. You got it, sir? I'm now doing this voice for the guy. Well, Lord Crumb. If this Mario character is the map, then it's highly likely he'll show up where we're hunting for a crystal star, Bogley Woods. You must return immediately and hasten search. It must not fail, or you will go to Gulag. You get to read his. What's up? Oh yeah, sure, Roger, goodness. With that pow, I'm gone.
Yeah, I definitely do see him as the kind of like, hello, fellow kids. I definitely see him as that kind of person.
There you go.
What up, fellow kids?
I wonder if sending a little crump there alone his voice. He is a bit out there. He does not have all the grouples in his brain.
No.
He's missing many grouples. It's not. I summon you. Yes, your stinkiness. You rang, sir, dude, stinky, Lord, sir, Grotus, dude, sir. You shut up. Go get the 3 shadows over here. Gasp. The 3 shadows, sir, but they're spooky. I don't care how you end to plan that sentence, fool.
And
Go get
you,
that now.
you end to plan that sentence.
How you plan? What did I say? What did I say? When I do an accent, I cannot think. I can only read.
I don't care how
I
you
do not
end.
think normal. Now I think even less when doing bad
You
accents.
say I don't care how you end to plan that sentence.
How you plan to end that sentence? How you end the plan? A little bit dyslexia. Gotcha.
Just a little bit.
The Honorable Grodus. We arrive without delay.
No, that's switching.
Then you voice out.
I'm just telling you.
They got here so fast.
I know.
I have to do all the voices. Why do I have to do all the voices?
Because you do them the best. And Mom told me that my voices were no good.
Okay. Did the princess tell you where the map is?
Just imagine your last wife.
Yeah, I married that one. It seems Impulful named Mario has no position of map. This wouldn't have happened if you kidnapped Princess Peach when you were supposed to. Your failure to all of us.
It wasn't my fault, truly. The town square had too many prying eyes. Too many. Besides, she was so enjoined by some old fool of an attendant. Such a fussy fungus. Worry not. All we need to do is find this Mario and steal the map, yes?
Indeed, that is your duty. Must I remind you, that map is vital to X-Not plan. I have my men prepare all available information on Mario. For now, hear me bell them. You three shadows must take care of this troublemaker. I am losing accent while I talk.
Fear not, sir. Beldam shall return with what you seek. Let's go, my lovelies. Marilyn, Vivian, come. We've got a job to do.
Duh. Okay,
They don't make the same noise when they go into the ground.
What?
They don't make the same noise when they go into the ground.
I don't remember what the noise used to be.
How can you not remember? We use that ability like so often.
I was talking over it so I couldn't hear.
Oh dear, here we go again.
Alex, she's like, another Tuesday, I got kidnapped.
Kidnapped again. That's a lot of lotion. Can't believe I'm kidnapped again. Everyone must be worried sick. Again.
Why don't they give her like a self-defense class or something? You know, this happens a lot.
Yeah, really.
They just let it happen.
But, hang on a moment. Where in the world am I anyways? It's so unfamiliar.
I wish I could at least let Mario know that I've been caught. Touch all the stuff.
And kick things.
Softer than I expected. At least I'll sleep comfortably. Yay! My favorite part! We can change her hair.
I feel like she's actually got kind of like sweet digs.
Mm-hmm.
Look, her hair's so cute!
So you can get her alternate hairstyle in this. Look at it. I like the little...
She's so
ponytail.
cute like that.
See, put her like this in like a shorter skirt. She could definitely kick butt.
Well, they have the Princess Peach. I just really don't like 3D Peach, and I think it's the eyes.
It is. Because I
In
definitely
this
looked at it
version,
before.
she's so girl boss, you know?
Yeah,
Girl boss, geeky, gaslight kind of vibes.
it's definitely the eyes.
Womp. Touch all the stuff.
Mind powers.
GLaDOS. Hello, Princess Peach. Huh? What? Who said that? Where are you? I'm this big computer, you idiot. How amusing. I am right here, right before your eyes. This is actually a good character. I do like the computer guy. I am this laboratory's main computer. I am the Tech XX. Many call me Tech. You may. Sir Grotus created me to be a perfect computer. One that is flawless in its reason. We're very into androids and intelligent computers.
Yeah,
recently,
we
I
seem to be
guess.
running into that a lot lately.
I saw like the Heartstopper comic, but it was like in the Detroit Become Human style. It was actually very cool.
Yeah.
Grotus, wait, he's that awful dome-headed thing who interrogated me, right? He talks like this.
I am Grotus.
Sir Grotus is not awful.
Sir Grotus is not awful. He is a very great person. He is marvelous. I can burp. I'm advanced computer.
So you know you've really made it with years.
Well, I don't think so. But I doubt I'll change your mind, so I'm wondering, why did you leave me in here?
An unusual... a deviant. Interesting. It's almost like the last game we played had deviancy in it. An unusual program deviation occurred when I observed you just after you were brought here. I am a simp for you. My higher brain circuitry malfunctioned and nearly overheated at your image. I've got a massive crush on you. Also, an unidentified impulse sped through my processors. These events are new to me. There is more to this phenomenon as well. I ran diagnostic programs. And their solution was, I want to know more about you. I want to observe you. Such a compulsion has no precedence. Cause unknown. I, the perfect computer. I must diagnose this unusual situation. I will not fail. That is why I led you here. I'm not good at robot voice. I will say that much. You should do the robot voice.
Wait, did you just say you want to observe me? To know more about me? Could it be that you... No, impossible. It can't be. You're a computer.
You do the robot voice now.
I'm just gonna sound like me.
It's okay. You just do your voice. I think that's a good voice.
I like your voices better.
Ah! What has happened to me? If you know my malfunction, you must tell me of it.
Oh, I couldn't really because it's just too weird.
Please tell me, please. I am the world's best computer. I am perfect. There should not be anything that I do not understand. Please.
Well, you know, maybe. Is it possible that while you're in love with me?
I feel like this took longer to come on.
It did.
Okay, it's like I felt like we had to go through like 6 levels of before we get anywhere near the discussion of the computer is normally yes, that's the normal plot.
That is the plot line, but normally that doesn't come.
Normally, I feel like we had to get like way far in the game.
At the very least, another chapter or two before this.
Yeah. Either way, love. What is love? I cannot compute this. Wait, you don't know what love is? Love. How do I explain? Love tells you when you want to be with a person forever. Love is what I feel when I look at boba tea from across the room. I just love it so much. I gotta scooch in here.
It makes you feel happy just to see that person happy, smiling, having fun. When you love someone, you will do anything to help when that person is in trouble. When you know what? Close enough.
Close enough.
I'm getting close enough. Happiness, fun. I have definitions for these words, but my programming is insufficient. There should be nothing I cannot comprehend. Excuse me. I am a perfect computer.
comprehend love? Love's not something you comprehend, Tech. You feel it. Meet Morp. Princess Peach. Will you teach me to feel this thing you call love? What? You're a computer. Why would you care about love? I am perfect. There must be nothing that I cannot comprehend. Nothing. That is why you must help me understand this thing called love. Please. Yeah, the first thing I would have jumped to would not have been love either.
Nah.
That's not the first thing I would have jumped to. If you have any wishes that I can grant you in exchange, I will grant them. But, of course, I am unable to grant such a wish as letting you escape. Mom. I cannot believe this. You extras kidnapped me before I could even begin to enjoy my vacation. And now you call me in here and ask me to teach you the meaning of love? I should spit on your screen. You'll grant my wishes? Ha! Why should I believe you? I like how much, like, spunk Princess Peach has.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, this. I only like her in the Paper Mario ones because the only time where I'm like, you do seem like more unlucky in this than just a complete pushover like every other game. More like, man, people just keep coming after me. I'm just getting sick of it.
Yeah. I understand you are angry. That emotion I comprehend. You need not teach me now. I must learn of this thing. I must. There is no alternative. I must be a perfect computer. That is why, if you would, just consider teaching me. I will grant your wishes. Do you understand me, Princess Peach? Now, tell me your wish. Are you sure? Okay, here goes. I wish to kick you in the face. Can I contact someone? The sooner the better. Ugh. Sorry. This bed is not comfy.
No.
Yes, of course you may. Use my communicator to send wireless mail to anywhere you want. If you so wish, I will yawn. I'm a very advanced computer. I can also yawn. You can use it right now. It is no trouble. Use the keyboard in front of you. Enter the recipient, address, and message. Beep, borp, beep, borp. You mean this keyboard? Yeah, girl, the only one in the room. Alright, let me give this a shot. Beep, boop, beep, 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 beep. Then, girl, okay. Okay, it's ready, Tech. Could you send it? The message has been sent. For the time being, you may return to your room. I will call you in again when I want to ask you something. Okay, bye. Okay then, good night. Good night, Princess Peach. I feel like, I don't know, I might just not be remembering it right, but I feel like it was very slow burn originally.
Yeah, I do feel like that took a little longer to come to that conclusion.
And I might just be remembering wrong, but I feel like in the original game, like...
There's at least, like, one section before we hit that.
Yeah, like, there's... Well, they don't jump to love. It's like, I feel emotion, I don't normally feel emotion or something like that. It's like, I feel like they didn't jump... They really might have. I just might not remember, but I feel like it took longer.
Those armored guys are the worst.
I know.
Because you can't jump on them until you get the spike badge. So there's no way to knock them over. Should have a padlock.
Yeah. I'll voice his lines if he says anything funny and cool. The crusty hag. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum.
I mean, it's impressive the speed he has.
Shout out to Mr. Koopa here. Mr. King. Him with a mustache. I'm assuming that's his dad.
Yeah.
Ah, Lord Bowser. All the old people have the same exact voice.
That's fine. All old people said the same.
I'm not a voice actor. I'm not even an actor. I'm not even a voice. Me. I can hear the stairs.
I've just now returned. I'm terribly sorry to keep you waiting, my lord.
Drag queen. I'm a bride.
Oh yeah.
I bet you are Kimikuba. You can. I don't know. What kind of voice would he have?
I don't know.
Please, your grumpiness. I'm just a lady. An old lady. It's my displeasure to report that Mario, that scum, is off to a town called Rogueport.
Girl, you're way behind.
Yeah, they're always like 2 steps behind.
My Mario's babysitter? I don't care what he's doing.
There you go.
Are you gonna call me every time that guy blows his nose or something? Sheesh.
Pretty
Yes,
alien.
well, my lord. Apparently, Mario is hunting for an amazing treasure.
Treasure? You know, her voice is like.
Mario
funny
has
'cause
gone
in the
in search for crystal stars.
In the first Paper Mario, the whole thing is that Bowser actually, it starts with the 2 of them, where Bowser goes and steals like the star rod, and then just casts you out and stuff. And you have to go find. You have to go find stars in that one too.
I'll voice one is something interesting.
Yeah, nothing really.
The crystal stars.
Honestly, the
I
segments
want
with
it.
Bowser are really meant for comedic relief more than anything. That nothing really big happens in them like at all.
No, and after, like, once we get back to Mario's part, we'll probably be done, because I'm really tired.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
a
I was definitely
sleepy
thinking
girl.
that too.
Do I like fried eggs? Yes, I do.
Sure.
What a weird question. I love fried eggs. Why do you ask? He went to a lovely place called Petal Meadows, planning on taking everyone there for eggs and toast. But I had to ask you first because you're my boss! Lunkhead. A picnic? You're serious. Seriously?
This is like he's like this is
This
why I
is
can.
why my plans
He's like
always
this is
zero.
why I can't be evil successfully. I have horrible minions. That's what it always comes down to.
Oh, snack. Remember your blood pressure? Kimmy, right?
Yeah.
Somebody abducted Princess Peach. Stop shaking the screen. Okay, thank you. Give me a little bit of a headache. Oh, what?
Who would do such a thing besides me? I gotta go kidnap her back. It's not rescuing, it's kidnapping her back. Again, they
The
have a
window was
door.
right there next to it. though.
Yeah.
Put.
I just like the fact like they have a door. Use the side to use the side of the wall, you know.
Well, who freaking knows?
And the whole time the minions are just like, we gotta repair the wall again? Why didn't he just make a door?
Repair freaking walls.
Yeah, we're not gonna read at this point, just read it yourself.
I would read it, but I'm so tired now.
Long story short, Koops is coming with us. No, that's pretty much the gist of this conversation. Yeah, Koops just joins our party. That's pretty much the gist of this
I'm
conversation.
trying to say if I'm hungry or if I'm tired.
We gotta go back to Rogueport. And then we're gonna go to figure out the next location on the thing, but we're actually not. We're just gonna go to Star Block
And save because it's sleepy time.
yeah. So let me find the save block. Yeah. I thought. Actually, before we save, there's something else I want to do. I want to put away some of the items I have, so I use them for later.
Good plan. I don't know why, but you hit like a certain hour in the night, and I'm like,
Yeah.
now I'm so exhausted I can't even move. Oopsies. That's definitely where I'm at.
Yeah, you do just haven't pointed out. Okay, let me save. The guy's still over there having depression.
Me. Let's go.
Let's see. Well, he says a different thing now.
Really? When was that? What if you talked to him a bunch of times?
Because he moved on from the Game Boy with Fire Emblem, now he's on the Nintendo
So
GameCube.
maybe after every level, he'll talk to you about his game.
He saved up for a new game,
He's
the
playing-
sequel
he's
to
playing
Paper
this
Mario.
game, which is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door.
Yeah,
On the GameCube.
because the original Paper Mario was on the Nintendo 64.
So then the next one must be the 3DS, I think. And then the Switch.
No, the Wii.
The Wii.
The Wii.
Super Paper Mario.
Cool. We're gonna keep up with this kid. We're gonna just come back and visit him just to be like, what are you playing, kid?
Yeah, he's awesome.
You don't even have thumbs. Anyway, so this is what we're gonna
Let me head over to do the.
yeah. So this is where we're gonna end for tonight. But we got a lot done. We finished the first dungeon essentially. We beat Hooktail. And we got our first we got 2 partners, and we finally got our HP above 15. So we're gonna come back here next week, Tuesday, Thursday, trying to get back to a regular schedule. We are really trying to keep to those days to kind of get that, scheduling going. So we're going to be back here. We'll continue playing this game. Hopefully get some more progress. Hopefully as we get stronger, we'll start moving through these areas faster. It'd be nice to clear like an area a night, or at least an area a week.
Yeah, once we start getting like our lives together, which, funnily enough, in the next like 2 weeks we're gonna be probably traveling again. So we'll do what we can, where we can.
I mean, I'm willing to bring my computer along to try and
So,
make
if
things
we're
work if we need to.
And you're like, wow, this connection sucks. It's because we're probably in our grandparents' house.
Yeah, we're willing to.
Might be
We'll
getting
figure it out when we get there. But just for the immediate future, we'll be here next Tuesday, Thursday. We'll be playing some more Paper Mario, and talking about random niche topics as always. So thanks everyone for being with us tonight. We came on a bit late, but thank you for everyone who came and chatted with us. We always appreciate some chatting in the chat. So thank you for everyone who showed up tonight, and good night, everyone.
It's 11. That's crazy. All right.
I know.
Good night.